Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be budgeting out, or not budgeting, but reviewing our paycheck number 3 and all of our cashless expense spending for the week. So we're going to be looking from the 15th through the 21st. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. My name is Janelle. I'm a wife and a mother of 1. We are expecting our second child in November. And on here, we do all things cashless budgeting. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So this is just my monthly calendar. If you are not new, as y'all can see, I have not been tracking my expenses in here like I had been, let's see, last month. And I don't know if I miss it or if I do miss it or what it is, but I think it's working the way that I'm doing it right now. So first things first is we're going to go to our expenses. And this is how I've been doing my expenses, you guys, is I've literally just been tracking the entire account and my starting balance, and then money that was taken out and money that was added for our spending accounts. And this is being tracked in our Ally checking account. If you guys are interested, they have a checking account and a high yield savings account. I've been using them for over 3 years now, and I really do like using them. I will have their link in my description box below. And so, like I said, we're looking from the 15th through the 21st. So these are going to be the things that I have spent. So on the 16th, we did an H-E-B grocery delivery for $102.43. And I'm trying to stay in that $100 range. It is a little challenging because I do grocery delivery. Right now, you guys, I just physically cannot do anything. Unfortunately, what was it? Thursday through Friday, I ended up being admitted into the hospital, and I definitely now have to take it easy. And so I'm trying to do all the things that makes life more simple for me, and unfortunately, it cost a little bit extra, so I'm just going to need to taper myself. However, I am so blessed to have the husband that I have. So we do try to go once a month to Sam's Club when my husband is off and stock up on a lot of things. So I'm going to try to make sure for September, I am more than intentional about how I set up our groceries so that I can stay within that range, including our fees. So we'll do some thinking when it comes to September's budget. Next is going to be gas, which was for $45.29. I wasn't really expecting it. It had came up prior to our whole budget, but I was driving a little bit more this week as well too. And that was because I had to drive around to go find baby girl a new daycare. I told you guys that in our paycheck budget, we needed to find a new daycare, and we did, because you'll see it here. And then we were still finishing up budget, so we were going to different properties and things like that. So next week, or this week coming up, or the week that y'all see this video, should taper down some in the driving sector. But yeah, so then after that, y'all can see daycare registration. I took it out of subscriptions because I did not have enough money in kids. So glad that I had some money to be able to cover that. And technically, the owner was very nice. This registration fee was supposed to hold baby girl spot, but because I have baby girl number 2 on the way, they actually waived it and then took the $175 to hold the spot for baby girl number 2, and then that $175 will go towards her first week of school whenever she starts next year. So this money is going to good use. And then baby girl's old daycare did say they were going to try and see if they can refund the money that was put down for baby girl number 2 there as like holding a spot. So we will see with that, and kind of go from there. So yeah, that was the whole shindig over there, but glad it's taken care of. And you just have to do what you have to do as a parent. I'm still technically, I'm a first time mom. I didn't have kids before baby girls. So I'm still learning all of the things and just moving forward. On that day, after all of that driving around, I did stop and get some McDonald's. And then on the 20th, I did get some breakfast at Starbucks. That was, I think, our second day doing budgets. And this was the start of the day that I was not feeling well. And then on the 21st, I did an Amazon delivery. Thank God my husband did not listen to me when I told him that I hated Amazon Prime, because Amazon has literally been my best friend. And we got some lunch boxes and some lunch item things for baby girl, because with this school, the one thing I can say is they have been a little bit proactive in the eating department, which my neighbor had said because she recommended the school. And so they do try to feed and offer and give her time. They have a lot longer of a lunch period. Her old school gave them about 20 minutes. Here, I want to say they have about 40 or 45 minutes to eat. So she has enough time to kind of play around with the food, touch it, see it. She is a very, 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 very picky eater. And then if she doesn't eat, then whatever we packed her will be offered, just so that she does not eat. But since she has been there, she has eaten 2 different things that she doesn't normally eat. And I think it's because she's seeing her friends eat that. Yes, y'all, she already got friends. My baby is a social butterfly, even though she is shy. And so that's what we got there. So we got her 2 lunch pails. One came with the lunch bag. And then I got those little like bread cutters and stuff like that, because I want to try some like just different breads and stuff. Her school is nut free. And so I do have to be careful with what we're sending her to school with. But that was everything that we have spent for the week, y'all. And let's go and look at our tracking system. So we're first going to go to the expense tracker. Y'all, I was smart enough this time to write down what I spent, because the going back and forth was a little nauseating for y'all. So for our ending balance, for groceries, we had $301.85. I spent $102.43. And let's just make sure you guys can see that. $102.43. So we'll do 301.85 minus 102.43. And that leaves us with $199.42 for the month, for the remainder of the month. And we're going to make it work, y'all. We are going to make it work. Next is going to be gas. And for gas, we spent $45.29. So we have $192.03 minus $45.29. And that equals, or that leaves me with $146.74. And that is actually perfect, because that should actually be enough for the remainder of the month and going into next month. We did not spend anything out of household, so we're still at $86.19. And so we're good there. And I think I'll just have one more lawn care for the month, and then we're good with that and should have some rollover money. And then we have spending, and for spending we spent $14.49, which I really shouldn't even be spending this because I have my own money to spend out of, but here we are. So we had $117.20. 117.20 minus 14.49 leaves us at 102.71. So let's add up everything that I spent for this week. 162.21, which is really good for the week with our cashless spending. And then for sinking funds, we had that 175 for the daycare registration, and then the $90 out of kids, so that was $265. So plus 265. So altogether for the week, we spent $427.21. That did not have to go towards debt. So I do just want to quickly explain that I do a cashless system. The way that it works is I put all of my money into my Ally checking account. Currently, I use mostly my Discover card, but my Amex card pays for groceries because it's linked to HEB. And with that, I just charge everything for the week. And then at the end of the week, when I'm doing this with you guys, I go through and then I just go back and pay everything. I have actually been doing very, very well. Very proud of myself, but I'm also just trying to be conscious because I get sometimes to the point where I want to just spend money to buy stuff just to spend it because I'm like, oh, it's just going to get delivered to my front door. And I don't want to be on that. So I do try to really restrain myself when it comes to that. Now we're going to quickly look at our operating account. There was only one bill, and that was on the 20th. We paid the remainder of the month for baby girl for daycare, which was $522.64. And then we had one income for $550. So we should be at $569.50. But y'all know how this tracking goes. We're going to go look at our paycheck and see if that is how it actually turned out to be. Ooh, okay, no, okay. Yeah. All right, I was just seeing something, y'all. Okay, so let's talk about our inflow. So we did get our $550, and then our rollover was $542.12. So we're just gonna make sure. I always just like to double check. We have $550 plus $542.12 equals $1092.12. Okay, for expenses, the only thing that we needed to worry about was daycare. I budgeted $320, but it was actually $522.64. So we'll go here and we will subtract that $522.64, and that leaves us with $569.48. So I think we matched up perfectly with what's in our account, you guys, for maybe like the first time in forever. So this was actually a simple week when it came down to budgets. And so we actually have remaining $569.48. And then let's just see if that matches up with, sorry y'all, what we had for our $569.50. Oh, my B. So this should be 14, and this is 550, 569. Okay, so made that correction there, you guys. So we match here, we match here. And then I just have a little bit of money thoughts. I've been telling myself I need to write in here about like what's going on for the week. And one of my first thoughts, you guys, was just stay in budget for the remaining of the month. Because it's getting crazy out here. And then I also need to reevaluate groceries for remaining months, because like I said, I need to be more intentional. Y'all, it is like the end of it is the end of the month. I have not gotten anything done for baby girl number 2. And me and my husband are almost like on the same wavelength. We start a project and then never actually like finish it. But for September, I've got to get it done because your girl is getting super, super big. And once again, like I said, I have been instructed to take it very, very easy. And so I need to reevaluate groceries, okay? Because that's my biggest like spending point right now. And so those are my money thoughts for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.